Hey guys, what is up? This is the Joker here, and I'm gonna be reading the latest news on the Iwata Asks. He's gonna be talking about the Wii U, and this is gonna be the latest news that he brings to us as consumers and us as Nintendo fans, things that we should really be knowing about this console. And I'm gonna start. Nintendo President Satoru Iwata has released another captivating Iwata's Ask segment. The latest edition focuses on the Wii U and the hardware behind the console. There's quite a lot of interesting information released, so here's a quick thought about it. But though, rounding up of what was discussed. Iwata never imagined Wii would have a 6-year hardware cycle. I didn't expect that myself neither, since it was outclassed by the PS3 and Xbox 360, so to speak. Ko Shitora is the Deputy General Manager of the Product Development Department of the Integrated Research and Development Division. In simple English, he supervises the development of new hardware. Wii U development felt like making a home console and handheld system at the same time. Yasuhisa Kitano, I guess that's what his name is pronounced, how it's pronounced, also works in the Product Development Department of the Integrated Research and Development Division. He was responsible for the mechanical design of the Wii U. He made the casing for the system, as well as the cooling system and the connectors and cables. Nobuyuki, I think that's how it's pronounced, Ikagi, worked on the SDK DevKit software. I think that has something to do with the video card software. Development of Wii U really kicked off when HD hit a high point in terms of adoption rates in Japan and the United States. They wanted to make sure that everyone could enjoy the jump to the HD resolution without disparate experience between users due to HD being a fairly new resolution. Iwata, in some aspects, he quotes, "It was inevitable that if televisions changed, the video game consoles paired with them would also have to change. One of the aims with Wii U is shared with Wii, lower power consumption, but high performance versus high power to achieve high performance. This is a strategy they've embraced since the GameCube. The use of a multi-core CPU helped them lower power consumption. They're also embedding it onto an MCM alongside the GPU in order to reduce cost and speed up the exchange of data while minimizing overhead. In simple terms, it's cheaper, faster, and wastes less processing power. With the GameCube and Wii, the CPU and GPU were separate. That makes sense. The MCM also takes up less space on the main board. The GPU and CPU are manufactured by different companies, so it was difficult to narrow down defects. In the end, they decided to really pressure each company to narrow down potential problems. Don't want to end up like the 360, do they? They intentionally designed the Wii U system itself not to stand out. Instead, the focus will be on the gamepad. Wii U generates about 3 times the amount of heat as the Wii. Naturally, it comes from a more robust heatsink and larger ventilation fan, as we can all tell. There was a bit of a debate about whether the console should stand vertically like the Wii or lie flat, yet the Wii can stand in both, horizontal or vertical. The shape was settled upon pretty early on, and the focus on it being an horizontal system was introduced to distinguish it from the Wii. They're offering a stand, so people who want it to be a vertical system can stand it up. Even for Nintendo's hardware and software engineers, it took a long time to optimize the performance of the CPU and GPU due to the hardware configuration. This says this is an encouraging sign for those who are hoping to see a substantial leap over last gen's HD systems. Too bad drones just can't take in this information. Some defects weren't detected until they performed an aging test, a test that requires that you place the hardware under sustained stress, like leaving it on all day before examining it. Nintendo saw a lot of cooperation from its hardware partners in terms of optimizing the computer parts they used. They were able to take advantage of the engineers' familiarity with the Wii, thanks to the backward compatibility. This familiarity, sorry, I made a mistake with that word before, helped lead to smaller parts that consumed less power. They've made it easier to access USB ports and the sync button on the Wii U by putting two USB ports on the front of the system and placing the sync button on the outside rather than behind a door. This time, the door for the SD port actually folds into the system instead of it opening out, like the Wii did. Iwata quotes, "No matter how great the numbers that are that you can boast, no matter how great the numbers are that you can boast," I repeated myself because I read it, stumbled across the words. Can you only draw that out under certain conditions, or can you actually draw out its performance consistently when you use it? Insisting on the latter way of thinking has always been at the root of hardware and system development at Nintendo. Wii U not only allows the game system to not be a leech off the TV, it allows you to use it in many different ways, even without turning on your TV. So that's pretty much the whole small article, or I should say medium-sized article about Iwata Asks. It's the latest one to date since this upload. So hopefully you enjoyed the information or took in or learned something about the Wii U you haven't learned about before in the past or came across in the past. And hopefully to see you guys later. Peace out.